come for me. Don't come for me. I'm watching the NPCs in my dream fly while I'm over here on the ground. Hello, a little change of scenery here. I'm in my garage because I can't drive if you didn't already know. And I'm also in the passenger seat. So even in my setup scenarios, I am lame. Which, that's literally a thing for me. I don't know if this happens to anyone else, but I've spoken to people who, in their dreams, as soon as they realize that it's a dream, they can, control it. Like, they can fly and stuff. And I do sometimes, I'll be in a dream and, realize that I'm in a dream. But I'll realize it and people still walk all over me. Even the people in my dream, my own dreams, bully me. I can't do anything cool. I'm watching the NPCs in my dream fly while I'm over here on the ground. So there's gotta be some, psychological thing about that. I am literally in school for psychology, and we haven't gone over that. I'm truly interested in what that means. I don't know what it says about me. So yeah, we're just in my mom's car, chilling. I have some water here, hydrate. I have my laptop with me to... Oh, I feel like that makes the lighting a little better. Does it? I don't know, but then my glasses get a weird... I have some saltines here to snack on. If you have stomach problems on the daily, you know how much saltines rock. If you're celiac, though, I don't know. I feel really bad for you because, what do y'all eat? If you can't have saltines to calm your stomach down, what do y'all eat? Yum. A delicacy. So Happy New Year, everybody. I was just talking to my friend last night, I think it was, and we were like, dude, this year is starting off so mid. Mid is truly the only descriptor that I can think of to really capture the start of this year. It's just felt so mid. I don't know, which honestly is kind of a good thing because the past few years with COVID and everything, they have been really insane. So I don't know, maybe mid's a good thing. And also, I always see people making resolutions, but I've always been hesitant about making them because the idea of a new year is completely made up, right? Obviously, time passes, and that's not made up, but the concept of a year and the significance of a year is completely made up by us. So there's no, and the idea of renewal, like new year, new me, seems kind of rooted in religion a little bit to me. I don't know if that's true, but it does because of, baptism. When you are baptized, you become new. Your sins are washed away. And I think a lot of people carry that same idea into New Year's or New Year's Eve, and I don't really know why. I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm not a huge fan of resolutions. They create this all or nothing idea, which I think is a bad thing for anyone trying to accomplish things. It at least is really bad for me. The all or nothing mindset, where if you mess up even a little, you completely fail. That, I feel like that just makes you feel bad. You know what I mean? It definitely does me. It makes me feel bad about myself when there are literally no stakes. If you make a resolution for you not to drink soda, who cares? If you drink soda one day out of the year, that's great. You're still not drinking soda the majority of the time. You didn't fail if you drink one soda after saying that you'd never drink them again. And I have a stat on my computer here, and it's 23% of people quit their resolution by the end of the first week of January. And 43% quit by the end of January. And that was from Fisher College of Business. So obviously there's something about resolutions that we as humans just don't like. So I feel like we should just stop doing that and just have the mindset that every day, no matter what, every day you just try and improve a teeny bit than yesterday. And that's all you can do. Just keep moving forward, man. That's literally all we can do. Just one teensy bit better than you were yesterday. And maybe that means drinking an extra glass of water, or maybe meditating for literally 2 minutes. If you're a 0.5% better than you were yesterday, one day those are all going to add up and you're going to be a completely different version of yourself, a completely different and better version of yourself than when you started. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do, because I've had a lot of stomach issues and health issues that have been happening over the years. And it makes accomplishing sort of big goals a little bit hard, because there are days where you just don't feel like doing anything. So I feel like definitely for people like me, at least, we should try and just be a fraction of a percent better than we were the day before, and that's gotta be good enough. But here's what I wanted to bring you in here to rant about. So, YouTube, I love doing it. I love making videos. It's so much fun. But I'm still relatively new to it. I think this month is my 5th month or 4th month on the website, and I've been watching videos, but I mean like creating. It's like my 4th or 5th month. So I'm still figuring out what I really want to do on here. And to kind of figure out what I want to do, I've been watching other creators in a similar space that I'm in. So like who are similar age to me and have probably similar interests is who I've been watching. And that's what made me stumble upon this girl named Madeline Argy. I think I might be saying that her last name wrong, which I'm sorry about. It's either Argy or Argy. And I'm pretty sure that she got caught in like a controversy, which don't come for me, okay? Thank you. I have no idea what she did wrong. I just remember seeing it on TikTok because I'm pretty sure she's dating like Central C, who's a rapper, and I think she said something out of pocket, something maybe bad, but don't come for me. I don't want to know that right now. Cancel culture, dude. The witch trials of Salem had nothing on the cancel culture on Twitter, babe, or X. Yeah, these people out here are ruthless, and maybe she did do something actually bad, but I don't know. Don't come for me, okay? I've just found her on YouTube, and she seems fine. She seems really nice, and I like how candid she is on her videos. But then it got me thinking, like, okay, I would love to make videos like her, but where do we draw the line between inspiration and copying? What is the difference between copying and using inspiration to make a new thing? Because there seems to be a strong anti-copy culture on TikTok especially. I think here on YouTube for sure, but I haven't seen it. I feel like I haven't seen it as much. But let me tell you about this. There was a drama on TikTok a while ago. I think this was last year. And there was this girl. She was a home decorator, like interior design or interior decorating or whatever. And she would post videos of her designs, her little creations, and her painting jobs and whatever. And so one of her followers, who really liked her stuff, she made something very similar to this designer and decorated literally a part of her house, similarly to how the decorator did, decorating a part of her house loosely based on the original creator. And this decorator, the original decorator creator person, she came for this girl. She came for her throat. She came for her jugular, her voice box, her everything right there. She came for it. And so did the decorator's followers. Like, most people that I saw were on the side of the decorator being like, you just took my idea. And I'm sitting here thinking, who are these people? Because this decorator lady, this is her job. Is it not to post like stuff and have people be inspired from her stuff? And the girl didn't even copy her directly. I don't know. It was such a huge thing. But people are vicious. And about something like copying, I feel like that's something that we get mad about when we're younger. And anyway, what reminded me of this, besides me thinking I kind of want to do the type of videos that Madeline does, maybe. Madeline actually mentioned in her video that I just watched called I'm Going to Stop Being a Bitch. And she was talking about how she started the world didn't end trend on TikTok, which I'll put a video up here if you guys don't know what I'm talking about. that trend has been done lots and lots of times. And she was like, yeah, I started that, but I never got the credit for it. And she seemed, maybe I misunderstand what she was saying in her video, but she seemed upset about not getting the credit for creating that trend. And it does seem where the anger is not that people are copying them, it's that they're copying them without giving them credit. And I have like a few ideas on why this may be. So, originality is king in the internet sphere, right? You are only valuable on the internet sphere if you are special, if you have something special about you. You don't get a massive following for being an average Joe. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking that people, when they're not giving credit for this special idea that they've had, I'm thinking that it's making people feel like they have lost value by not being seen as special, because their idea was taken and no one is acknowledging that it was their idea. Does that make sense? I feel like that's probably the biggest part of what's happening. I'm not sure though. The desire to matter, to feel like your life is part of something bigger, is in human nature. And importance online, or like mattering online, is measured by how different you are, how special you are, or how original you are. When your value is determined by that, I think that it definitely would be like triggering to have that taken away from you in the form of copying. Which, that whole thing about being different is special and good online, it's sort of a weird concept to me, because we are all different by nature. That's just how it is. That's how we come naturally. All living things are separate from one another, and we are all unique beings. So you're born special, technically. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all special and we all matter because we're all important to this web of life. But the internet has sort of demonized this idea of being basic. Like, I remember when I was in high school a few years ago, that was the cardinal sin basically of our generation, was being basic, which meant liking anything that was mainstream popular. Like, I remember One Direction was a huge thing that you weren't supposed to like. Starbucks is another thing that you weren't supposed to like. Uggs, like stuff like that. But those things are popular for a reason, right? Like, Uggs are cozy. Humans, were just little guys that want cozy stuff. Starbucks is tasty. It's got sugar in it. Most of it has sugar in it. Sugar's good. We like sugar. One Direction, listen, I get it. Sorta. Harry Styles, I can see it. He's a very attractive man. Little weird, but I get it. We are all born special, okay? Like, don't worry about... So, I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna put that on the shelf, okay? Everybody's special, alright? Here is my next thing that I want to talk about. There's no such thing as an original idea. So, I feel like copying and taking inspiration from, we've kind of conflated those two things, and I think that we definitely need to really establish the difference between the two, because copying, you can literally get in legal trouble for copying someone. Like plagiarism in school, we all learn about that. The plagiarism definition is taking directly from someone else's writing or speech and putting it in your own thing. So like, if someone said like dinosaurs are blah 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 this many years old, and you put that directly from that person's paper and you didn't give them credit, that's directly copying. You didn't change anything and you didn't mention them. So yeah, if a creator is taking your exact format and your exact words, and not giving you credit, I would definitely say that is copying, and that's not cool. But taking inspiration from people, I think, is inevitable. That's just what we do. I don't think anyone's had an original idea ever. So it's all of us just taking each other's ideas and building upon them. But even though, like, I know there's no such thing as an original idea, I truly believe that, I still feel like I'm an imposter if I want to do. I still feel like a copycat or like I'm being something inauthentic if I'm taking inspiration from people like Madeline Argy, Kelsey Kreppel, Emma Chamberlain, Brittany Broski. If I'm taking inspiration from them, it it still feels like copying, even though I know it's not. But I don't know if anybody else has any thoughts on this. Let me know. I would love to have a discussion about this. It's an interesting topic to me and why it is so important to us to be given credit because at the end of the day, it truly doesn't matter, which is also a hard thing to confront because when you realize that something you really care about doesn't actually matter, that's sort of a punch to the gut. I would love to talk about this, see other people's thoughts. For now, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to keep taking inspiration from these lovely, amazing creators that I see and I love online and doing what makes me happy, and you should too, okay? If you see someone doing something and you're like, dang, that looks cool, I want to try that, hey, go right ahead. As long as you're adding yourself to it and putting your own creative spin on it and adding to their idea and not just taking it as a whole and not adding anything, I feel like it's fine. But I could be wrong. I'm just a gal sitting in a car eating saltines and drinking some water. What do I know? Not much, I'll tell you that for free. But guys, thank you so much for watching this. Let me know if you do like this content. I had a really good time making this. It felt like I was having a therapy session. Next time, I will hopefully have better lighting because this is atrocious. And just remember that we all are special naturally. You are special, okay? I am too. And we are all inherently important. You are valuable for just being alive. So, thank you so much for watching this. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.